What's going on, guys? We're back with another episode of Pokémon Stadium Kaizo for round 2. And oh boy, we're getting close to the end of Gym Leader Castle. So we got Giovanni as our last Gym Leader here before we take on the Elite Four with the Earth badge on the line. But before that, we've got our trainers Rocket, Labman, and the Cool Trainer that we've got to go through. And boy, this is going to be a heck of a test here. So I'm going to pick my team and then we'll be right back. Please stay with us. All right, guys, we've got our team. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to take on the Rocket first for Trainer 1. Here we go.
Here's the first opponent of this gym series.
All right.
Victory is expected.
So we've got the Rocket up first. And as you guys saw in the introduction to this match, there's one thing these Pokemon have in common. All of them can explode. So this is definitely something that we're going to have to watch for as we go for Thunderbolt against the Cloyster to start. And they're not going to waste any time exploding right away. They're going to get some huge damage and they're going to knock us out in one hit. While, of course, also taking themselves out. Already, both of us down to 2 Pokemon each. So let's see who I'm going to choose for this. It is going to be Hitmonlee. That is second for my team. And Electrode is going to be the next Pokemon up for the Rocket. Now I see I'm going to have the type advantage when I switch to Sandslash right here. I'm anticipating an electric move, of course. So I switch to Sandslash. However, they switch out as well. Let's see who they're going to switch to. It's going to be a Exeggutor. So we're definitely going to have a terrible type matchup with both Pokemon. Both Hitmonlee and Sandslash. Just keep in mind, Exeggutor is also Psychic type. And we don't really have hardly any moves that do super effective damage against Exeggutor. So we're going to have to do our best here. I'm pulling back Sandslash just so I can keep the type immunity against Electrode. And I'm going to put Hitmonlee back in. Exeggutor is going to blow up. And Hitmonlee is so bad on defense that once again we get taken out in one hit from Exeggutor's explosion as well. And now both of us have Sandslash and Electrode left as our remaining Pokemon. And this is where I'm going to start to take over with Earthquake. So I'm definitely gearing that up. Of course, Electrode's going to have the speed advantage here. And if they keep going for Headbutt, they might get a couple flinches every once in a while. But all it's going to take is just about one Earthquake to wrap this thing up. We do flinch on the first Headbutt, so they're going to go for it again. And we are able to launch Earthquake this time around. And we do get the super effective crit. And that's going to wrap this thing up for Trainer 1. Oh boy, that was not easy. Basically an explosion tactic. But at least the battle went by pretty quick at the same time. That I can definitely say. As we defeat the Rocket on the first attempt. And we're going to be heading into the Labman up next for Trainer 2. Alright, let's see what he's got here. Ooh. Alright, here we go. Trainer 2 is going to be the Labman. So once again, we're going to open with Mr. Mime. They're going to open up with Hypno this time around. So let's see what happens. It's Psychic type against Psychic type, so this is going to be a tough matchup, especially without Seismic Toss. I'm going to slow Hypno down just in case they do the same to us to keep our speed advantage, but they do go for Reflect instead, and they're going to guard against physical attacks. Thankfully, we only have special moves on Mr. Mime, so we're definitely going to go for Thunderbolt straight up. And Hypno's pretty bulky, so it can take a ton of hits. It's got great defense, great special. And they're going to go for Amnesia. This is not good for us. That animation is so janky, by the way. But they just went up +2 in special. And I'm going for Psychic, hoping to get a speed drop. I don't get it. Or not a speed drop, but a special drop. I don't get it. They do get fully paralyzed on that turn. So we're going to go ahead and go for Thunderbolt this time and switch it up. And I'm hoping for a crit, because that's what we're basically going to have to be relying on. They get fully paralyzed once again. And I just need something big to take out this Hypno. Alright, we get it down into the yellow at least, and they go for another Amnesia. So now they're at +4 in special. Come on. We still don't get any special drops. We're doing well with the full paralysis so far. The last 3 out of 4 turns, Hypno's gotten fully paralyzed, but we can't really take advantage with any critical hits or special drops right now, so it worries me a lot. Now they're going to go for rest. Oh, that's a problem. That is a definite problem. And I'm thinking this is where we've got Hitmonlee and Vaporeon. For backup, I put in Hitmonlee. And they've got one more turn where they're asleep. And because they have Reflect, this is a Hypno that definitely prioritizes defense. I'm going to have to go for Seismic Toss, which is relatively weak at level 50. So this isn't great. Now they're going to wake up, and it's going to be a problem. There's really no point in trying to paralyze it because they have rest. This is going to be a hard Hypno to take down unless we get some critical hits. And I'm going back into Mr. Mime to guard against Psychic. Not only do they hit us for huge damage, but they drop our special and I lose patience, so I just reset. Alright, now we're on our winning run at this point. I'm not even going to label this whatever attempt it is like I normally do, because I've had way too many, and it's going to take way too long for me to find it. So I'm just going to label this the winning run in editing. And you'll see why as we go through this. I open with Sandslash, they open with Clefable. Clefable's going to go for Amnesia. So again, we're looking at another special attacker at work here. And we're going to need to knock it out quickly. Alright, looks like 3 Earthquakes is going to do the trick. And all they do is set up for Amnesia, which is great. We're going to have the speed advantage. And we're going to take out Clefable without taking any damage at all. They were definitely looking for an ice move. They had to have been looking for an ice move. But it doesn't matter now that Clefable's gone. Now they're going to bring in Chansey, another normal type. And Special is normally Chansey's highest stat, so we're going to have to be on guard for, again, an ice move here. Just about half. Chansey's got very weak defense, but it does have Reflect to guard against that. So, of course, that's going to be a problem for us. And at this point, I'm just going to build up with Swords Dance. And we'll see what happens next. They're going to go for Soft Boiled to heal. Another great healing move. Basically, Chansey's personal signature version of Recover. Absolutely insane. Insane. And we definitely need the extra power to compensate for Reflect. Still right around the same. And now they're going to go for Minimize, which is basically double team. And as you can see, we're quickly working through our power points with Earthquake. This is not great. And the ground doesn't shake, so that definitely indicates a miss on Earthquake. And Chansey's pretty much back to full health. Give or take a couple of hit points. And we're definitely going to have to concentrate. Oh! Oh, not quite a one-shot, but it's close. Yeah, Chansey's basically on the defense, having to recover with soft-boiled over and over again. And their strategy is definitely working in terms of making us go through all our power points. So I decided to build up another Swords Dance. And they use Soft Boil once again to get back up to full health. Alright, let's go. Oh! Okay, so once again they go for Minimize. As long as we're able to hit, the next Earthquake will be good in terms of not having to worry about Soft Boiled any longer. But we are almost out of Earthquakes. The ground does not move, so we're gonna miss again. And once again they go for Soft Boiled. Alright, now they're at 300 even on their hit points. And we're down to our last Earthquake. But once again, we're going to go for Swords Dance to max out our attack stat, where we are now up +6. And again, they go for Soft Boiled. Probably an unnecessary Soft Boiled. But they're using that to guard against Swords Dance. Now we're going to go for Body Slam. We can't paralyze normal types with Body Slam in Gen 1. But we're still going to do a ton of damage. Once again, they go for another Minimize. And we're going to be down to our last Earthquake. The ground moves. We get a crit, and the Chansey goes down. Wow. That was brutal. Now keep in mind, Sandslash still hasn't taken any damage whatsoever. They have not attacked us really at all. They've only been worried about setup. And now Hypno's coming out against the Sandslash with a maxed out attack stat. And once again, they're going to set up Reflect. But we're not even going to really need Earthquake anymore. We're going to go for Body Slam straight up. And that looks like it's going to be a 3-hit KO. And they're going to set up Amnesia. If they mess around and set up Amnesia for the last couple of turns, we could get a no damage sweep out of this. Alright, all we need is one more Amnesia, and we can get a no damage sweep with Sandslash out of this. They do go for Amnesia one more time. That's exactly what we needed. And we're going to accomplish this no damage sweep here. Absolutely incredible. We're going to be moving on. Wow. Wow. Absolutely unbelievable. I was absolutely floored when they just went for setup moves the entire time and never attacked us. But I'm definitely going to take the no damage sweep right there. We're going to be moving on to the Cool Trainer. Whew, hot and heavy, baby. All right, here we go. All right, Cool Trainer. This one was pretty hard too. All right, we got Jolteon up first. I open with Mr. Mime. I'm immediately going to switch out and go to Sandslash, once again anticipating an electric attack. But again, with the Electrode from earlier on, they switched Jolteon out and put Chansey in. I'm not so sure I'm going to get quite as lucky against this Chansey as I did on the last one, where they basically didn't fight us. So do I stay in with Sandslash or do I switch to Hitmonlee? It looks like I'm going to switch. And I'm going to switch to Hitmonlee here. And they're going to go for Ice Beam. I get terrified of these ice moves because, of course, they can freeze, and Hitmonlee's really weak on special. That knocks us into the yellow right away. I'm going to go for high jump kick against the Chansey, but they're going to switch out before I'm able to. And they're going to put Jolteon back in. Oh, I was hoping for a crit. We don't get it. But we do some nice damage, knocking Jolteon down into the yellow. And once again, I'm going to switch back to Sandslash. And we're going to wash, rinse, and repeat this once again. They're going to go for Thunderbolt. It's not going to do anything, of course. And once again, I'm going to try for another Earthquake. Again, they're going to switch out. And at least we'll be able to get a nice hit on Chansey with very weak defense. And we get a crit. Oh, we almost knock it out with one hit. Oh, wow. All the way down to 51 health. And they're going to switch Chansey back out. Man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Now they're going to put in Snorlax. Of course, this guy's going to be super bulky. And we're going to go for Body Slam. Probably not the right move against the normal type again in Gen 1. But I do get my hit in on Snorlax. I'm having to think about whether or not to switch to Hitmonlee or Mr. Mime, because I don't think Hitmonlee can take a physical move from Snorlax before it goes down. So I'm looking at putting Mr. Mime in. And they're going to go for Body Slam here. And whoo, man, that does half, right around half. And let's see, what am I going to do here? We're going to go for Psychic to lower special. We don't get a special drop, but we do get a nice hit right there, as the announcer just said. And are we going to survive this next Body Slam? We do not. So Mr. Mime's going to go down. Ugh. But at least the good news is we'll get a free switch to Hitmonlee. So that's what I'm going to do here. Keep in mind, we've got two normal types that we can knock out with High Jump Kick if we can land them. Keep in mind, High Jump Kick can miss and do a hit point of damage. And we do miss! That was infuriating. Ugh, it's infuriating when High Jump Kick misses. Body Slam takes us down, and that's it. Alright, here we go. Now for our winning attempt. We're opening up with Arcanine this time. I have really no rhyme or reason for even bringing Arcanine on this team. I just wanted a little bit of variety. And speaking of variety, we're definitely going to get a Paralyze on Hypno with Body Slam. They're going to paralyze us back with Thunder Wave, but we're still going to have the speed advantage. Body Slam doesn't do a whole lot of damage to Hypno. So I'm going to try for Flamethrower and see if we can't do any more damage with Stab. Yeah, not that much more of a difference. And it definitely won't be, since now they're going for Amnesia. So at this point, I think I'm better off going with Body Slam. Ooh, that might require two more. They're going to go for Psychic. Oh, it's not quite a one-shot, but we do get our special lowered. Arcanine so far doing a nice job, though. Up until then, when we get fully paralyzed, and one more Psychic definitely is going to take us down. And there goes Arcanine. Yeah, it did a nice job setting our team, the rest of our team up for success here. Let's see who else we send in. We got Hitmonlee and Sandslash left. We're going to put in Sandslash right now. And let's see what happens here. Alright, we're going to go for Earthquake. We have to knock it out here, otherwise we're in big trouble. And we do get the knockout, thankfully. So once again, Arcanine does a nice job setting up Sandslash for success right there. We'll see what the next Pokemon is. It's going to come out for the Cool Trainer, and it's going to be Lapras. Ugh, this is an ugly type advantage for us, even though we have Rock Slide. That's not exactly a safe bet that we can rely on. So I'm in a tough spot, because switching to Hitmonlee is definitely going to open us up to Blizzard, and we definitely need to hit High Jump Kick. In fact, we may need to crit to knock it out. Dodging 2 Blizzards is going to be a lot to ask. We do dodge 1. Again, that 10% chance to miss comes into play right there. We do get the strike on the first High Jump Kick, and we just need to do it one more time. We need to survive Blizzard, not get frozen. Let's see what happens here. Oh, so we do survive and we do not get frozen. All right, we just need to hit one more. And we do. And Lapras is going to go down. All right. Oof. Oof. All right, here we go. All right, we got Jolteon. We're definitely going to be outsped right there. And I think I'm just going to let Hitmonlee go down. And it gets a needless crit. Again, Hitmonlee doing a nice job against the Lapras right there. And again, just like with the Electrode in the first match against the Rocket, it's Sandslash versus Electric type. We got a very clear type advantage, obviously. And all we need to do is score a couple of Earthquakes, and we'll be moving on to Giovanni. They're going to go for double kick, get a crit, but even then, it hardly does any damage. We have way too high of defense. They have way too low of attack. We're going to get a super effective crit on the Jolteon, and we're going to be moving on to Giovanni up next. Wow. Our last gym battle before the Elite Four for the entire rest of the game. So you bet this one's going to be high stakes. It's going to come down to the wire. I am super stoked. And you can see they spelled Giovanni's name with 2 N's in this. In the original Pokémon Stadium, they have this weird thing where they have a 7-character limit, but they fixed it in this, which is cool. Giovanni. Get your butt out here, Giovanni. I don't know if you guys saw in the panel, but Giovanni... Yeah, now he's got me doing it. Giovanni's got a Zapdos and a Mewtwo, so he's got 2 legendaries on this team. And boy, this is definitely going to be our toughest challenge yet, of course. And again, we switch to Sandslash to guard against Thunderbolt. And they're going to switch Zapdos out. And they're going to put Mewtwo in. Giovanni's got a Mewtwo in this game in round 2. And that floored me when I was playing this for the first time. And they've got Blizzard. Oh, they get a super effective crit, and that's it. Alright, so I'm opening up with Vaporeon this time, and look at this crazy colored Gengar right here. This is awesome, the Geo weapon. I'm definitely going to need to get lucky with a freeze. We're going to need to survive this Thunderbolt first. Thankfully, we don't get critically hit or paralyzed, so that's the start. Now, if we can get a freeze, our chances of winning go up dramatically. And we do get a freeze! We do get a freeze on Gengar. That is huge. Huge, because Pokemon cannot de-thaw on their own in Gen 1. They can only de-thaw via fire type attack or haze, and that's it in Gen 1. So this guy's screwed, basically. So I'm going to switch to Mr. Mime, and I'm anticipating Mewtwo at this point. So rather than giving into the temptation of going for Psychic right away, I'm going to go for Thunder Wave to slow down Mewtwo. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I love Mewtwo's color in this.
How will the swap Pokemon fight?
Oh man. That thing is a monster. My favorite legendary Pokemon of all time.
What now?
And I'm going for special drop since Mewtwo, other than Body Slam, is basically a special attacker. You saw how crazy that animation was for Body Slam. That's insane. Alright, one more Psychic. Let's see if we can get a special drop. We do not get it. Mewtwo is not letting it happen. Yeah, that's a cool animation. It like lunges forward and then it like teleports. Like, it's insane. Alright, we basically have one more chance to lower Mewtwo special. We don't, but we do get an MVE crit right there. It does get fully paralyzed, so we have one more attempt to try to slow it, or not slow it down, but lower its special. And we do this time, which is huge. And one more Body Slam is going to take us down. And that's going to be it for Mr. Mime. Great job against Mewtwo right there.
The next Pokemon is being prepped.
Its Thunderbolt and Blizzard attacks are going to be slightly weakened.
Here's a Pokemon thing. How will the type difference affect battle?
Due to Psychic. And I'm going to go for Surf. And just hope we can get a knockout with lowered special. We do get a crit, but we do not get the knockout. They're going to retaliate with Thunderbolt. And that knocks us down to 73. Once again, we survive. And we're going to knock Mewtwo out with Surf. I'm not going to get too cute. Or they're going to switch. Giovanni is pulling Mewtwo back. And they're going to put Zapdos in. Am I regretting not going for Blizzard in this situation? No, not really. Because again, I don't want to get too fancy and then we screw up. So I'm going to get a little bit of chip damage on the Zapdos. And now I'm going to say Vaporeon, switch to Sand Slash, and then go for Rock Slide to hopefully knock it out, if not do big damage. Keep in mind, Rock Slide 90% accuracy in Gen 1.
Oh, the attack missed. How will this swap affect the outcome?
Thunderbolt misses. Dropek hardly does any damage. Again, we've got good defense with Sand Slash. And we do get a super effective critical hit all the way down to 7 HP. So Zapdos does have another shot to do a lot of damage with Dropek. And it does not. We've got half health. And we're going to knock it out with Body Slam using this lovely animation. And Zapdos is down. Now we've got a frozen Gengar and a weakened paralyzed Mewtwo to deal with, so this should be smooth sailing from here on out. Oh, Gengar looks lovely inside of that ice cube. That's exactly where we want it right there. And that right there is going to polish off the Geo Weapon Gengar. And all we've got left is Mewtwo, and that's it. There's nothing Giovanni can do at this point.
We're down to the last Pokemon. Ow, this one's ready to drop.
Yeah, very important that you slow Mewtwo down or freeze it, and your chances of winning go up dramatically. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Sand Slash gets the victory over Mewtwo. And that's going to catapult us to the Elite Four. Wow. We did it. We got all the gym badges for round 2 of Pokémon Stadium Kaizo. Whew. We had to beat Gengar and 2 legendaries to make that happen, but we definitely did. Definitely very worthy of a final boss before the Elite Four. as we received the key from Giovanni and opened it to get to the last castle. Where, ladies and gentlemen, next time is going to be our final episode of Gym Leader Castle for round 2. We're going to take on the entire Elite Four, including the champion, just like we did for round 1. So if you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor, support the channel by smashing that like button down below. Subscribe to it if you feel so inclined and you like the videos. And until next time, guys, you all take care. Have an excellent rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support. And we'll see you next time for the Elite Four.